Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kenzie. I am the brand and web designer behind Kenzie Green Design. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Before I get further into this video, if you guys are watching this, you're looking for clients, you're wanting to know how to grow your business, none of this is going to be applicable to you unless you know who your target audience is, you have a portfolio of work already, you have a professional website set up, and you're being consistent on social media, you're showing up in your stories, and you're providing value for your audience. If you're not doing all of that stuff already, if you don't have all that stuff in place, nothing that I say in this video is going to be relevant to you because you have to have those things first in order for your marketing efforts and all of these things that I go over to actually be effective. So please be mindful of that. All right, now for the good stuff. If you do have all of those things, you're being consistent on social media, the number one place that we're going to start out talking about when it comes to finding clients is Facebook, particularly Facebook groups. So when I first started my business, I did try in-person networking. However, that really didn't work for me because I found that in-person networking did not include people who were actually in my target audience. So instead, I joined Facebook groups, which was kind of like a virtual version of networking for me. And I found that in these Facebook groups, there would always be people looking for designers. And when I say Facebook groups, I'm talking about entrepreneur, business-related Facebook groups, and even sometimes local Facebook groups. So one of the biggest groups is women helping women entrepreneurs. There are always people in there looking for designers. That being said, that group is really big, it's really saturated, so you really have to have a good brand set up to stand out in the long line of comments that exist. And there are a ton of other Facebook groups that you can join. And I'm not going to name all of those out. If you want to know more and get specific names to Facebook groups where I source clients from, you're going to have to take my designer bootcamp. I'm not just gonna give out all of those Facebook group names totally for free. I don't want to oversaturate them. So if you are interested in learning more about that, you can go to my courses page on my website to read about my brand designer bootcamp. That being said, you can search your own local Facebook groups, join those, search up entrepreneur Facebook groups, and even search up other Facebook groups that contain people within your target market. So if you want to work with photographers, join photography Facebook groups. And you can even join Facebook groups that are related to brand design, or if you're in packaging design, you can join groups like that. And sometimes there will be people in there looking for designers as well. Another way to find clients through Facebook is to actually search looking for designer in the search bar. That will pull up public posts from people who have just posted a status about looking for a designer. Usually that doesn't really lead to anything, but sometimes you can find somebody who has dropped their email or just leave a comment on their post and they will reach out to you. That same method can also be applied to Twitter and LinkedIn. So when I was first starting, I actually used that method a lot to find total strangers on the internet who were looking for designers or needed to hire somebody. And I would reach out to them through email or just comment on their post depending on what they said in that particular post. Sometimes people don't like when you reach out to them directly through email or DM them if they didn't ask for it. So please be careful when doing that. Another way to find clients through social media is Instagram. Now for me, Instagram has never really been a big lead generator. I post daily and post on my stories and go on live and DM people all the time. It's more of a way for me to build a connection with my audience, but I do know some designers who have seen great success on Instagram and get lots of clients. So I definitely recommend investing time into that platform to grow your brand and really build an authentic connection with potential clients and even other designers in your community. When you become friends with other designers, they will sometimes refer work to you. I know that I've had multiple situations in which I referred work to somebody or somebody referred work to me that's in the design industry. Community over competition is a real thing and you should really embrace it. Moving on over into the work-related website platforms and communities, there is Upwork, which I got a few clients on when I first started my business. However, if you're a few years into your business, I don't really recommend using Upwork. I find it very hard and time consuming to actually land a client, and even then sometimes you don't really find the best clients on there. Another place to look is Indeed. You can search remote jobs and you can search local design jobs as well. And there are also other marketplaces, but there's not really that many that truly support the individual freelancer. I don't recommend using anything like Fiverr ever, or any of the design contest websites. They really devalue the creative industry, and you are at risk for having your ideas stolen. Some other websites that aren't your typical job board sites or job board scenarios are Creative Lady Directory, I Love Creatives, and digital nomad websites. There are a few other big ones that I can't remember quite off the top of my head because I don't really use them that much, but I do know that I Love Creatives post job ads all the time for people who are looking for designers, and the Creative Lady Directory, you can actually like pay to be listed under their directory, and sometimes that can lead to work. Now that we've talked about Facebook and Instagram, I want to get into Pinterest. Pinterest can lead a lot of traffic to your site, and it can result in clients. Pinterest, again, hasn't really been a big lead generator for me, but I do know some designers hire Pinterest managers and put a lot of time and energy into growing their Pinterest account because that's actually where the majority of their leads come from. I think one of the biggest things when it comes to getting clients is figuring out what platform works best for you, figuring out where your target audience hangs out, and then investing time into that platform. I do have a Pinterest account and I have gotten a few leads from it, but it's not a huge lead generator for me, so I don't spend that much time on Pinterest. My biggest lead generator is actually TikTok. And that wasn't up until a few months ago when I joined the platform. I think I've been on there for about half a year now. And the good thing about TikTok is that you don't have to have a lot of followers to necessarily get clients. If you have a video that goes viral, which is very likely on TikTok versus any other platform, you are highly likely to either get sales or get a bunch of client inquiries from that one video going viral. I actually just posted something last night and it's now at about 20,000 views, and I've already received 2 inquiries in my website inquiry form from just that video. And I've also received a few comments asking about my services, how much my pricing is, and things like that. So I invest a lot of time into TikTok because it's so easy to reach new people and get eyes on your work. I also have another video about TikTok, how I grew from 0 to 10K really fast. And for reference, my Instagram page was stuck at about 2,500 until I jumped on TikTok, and TikTok actually started growing my Instagram page. So that is why I'm so big on utilizing TikTok and taking advantage of that reach that it provides for creatives. Next up, I want to talk about Clubhouse. If you haven't yet heard of Clubhouse, I do have another video on that as well. It's basically the new up-and-coming social networking, social media platform. It's a live audio chatting platform. There's nothing else like it right now. And it is still in beta test mode. You can only get in with an invite, and it is only for iPhone users right at this moment. Being on Clubhouse has already led me to a client, and all I do on there is jump in rooms. I provide value when I know that it's a subject I know a lot about. I answer questions for people around branding and website design, and sometimes that leads to new clients because people liked what I had to say in the Clubhouse chat and end up reaching out to me. So that's also becoming one of my biggest lead generators. I'd say right now my top lead generator is TikTok. The second best lead generator for me is probably Facebook or Clubhouse. I think they're kind of tying at this point. And then sometimes I also get inquiries from past clients and people who were just referred to me from other people or found my design information in the website credit of a previous client's website. That is also something I highly recommend. If you guys are building websites, leave your credit in the footer. Make sure that you are giving yourself credit for the work you've done, and that will help people find you who really like your client's website. Lastly, another way to source clients is YouTube. I have gotten a few clients through my YouTube videos, although I do have a lot of subscribers who are other designers on here. However, like I said before, community over competition is a big thing, and sometimes potential clients just stumble across my YouTube videos as well. So figure out what platform works best for you, really leverage it, invest a lot of time into it, get good at that platform, because if you're trying to spread out all of your time and energy across the different platforms, you're probably not really going to end up with that great of a result. Hopefully this video has been helpful so far. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comment section. And again, I do have a video on how I grew my TikTok account. I also have a video that goes into a little bit more detail about what Clubhouse is. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you felt like this video provided you a lot of value, please give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.